So something has changed. You can see Mickey and Minnie Mouse's faces now. I would have put it just a smidgen higher, but I had the camera on while I was figuring out where to place this, and unbeknownst to me, it was zoomed in about like that. So I was like, oh, that'll be good. And then I sat down and I was like, yo, why is it so close to my face? And then I was like, cool. So I would have put them up a little bit, like maybe so their ears would have been here, but it's nailed into the wall, so I don't want to make 6 new holes again when I just took it out of 6 holes. I feel bad making all these holes in the wall when this is in my house. So they're gonna live there. You can see their faces. I've wanted to do this for a really long time, and then I had a friend who you all have come to know and love, Max, say he'd really love to see their faces, and I finally did it. Second thing, my mom decided she didn't want her melt-aways from Christmas, and I said, bet, I'll eat those. So, Merry Christmas to me, from me. Ooh, minty. It's already minty smelling. So I'm not a big chocolate mint gal, like mint chocolate chip ice cream. Get out of here with your nasty mint chocolate chip ice cream. But, like, mint chocolate candy bar? Mint chocolate candies like this? Yes. Should I have a green one first or a chocolate one first? Delicious. Welcome back to Every Disney Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Every Disney Movie Ever. Today I'm going to talk about Double Teamed. Double Teamed is a 2002 Disney Channel original movie. It's directed by Dwayne Dunham, cinematography by Robert Seaman, editing by Terry Blythe, music by Phil Marshall, and it's written by John Weirick. I've covered everybody in previous videos. There'll be a listed link in the description. Film stars Poppi, Monroe, Annie McElwain, Teal, Redmann, Nick, Searcy, Mackenzie, Phillips, and Joey Myashima. Poppi Monroe plays Heather and is best known for Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines and The Redemption, CSI Miami, and The Last Dawn. Annie McElwain plays Heidi and is best known for CSI Miami, Hang Time, Opposite Sex, and Shark. Teal Redmann plays Nikki and is best known for Boston Public, CSI, Dumb and Dumber, When Harry Met Lloyd, and Gilmore Girls. Nick Searcy plays Larry and is best known for Fried Green Tomatoes, Justified, 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, and The Shape of Water. Mackenzie Phillips plays Mary and is best known for American Graffiti, More American Graffiti, One Day at a Time, and So Weird. Joey Myashima plays the coach and he's best known for Con Air, High School Musical 3, Rising Sun, and The Karate Kid Part 2. This movie is based on the real twin sisters Heidi and Heather Burge, who were twins that went on to play pro basketball. So, you know, that's exciting. This movie, I love this movie. Mariah also loves this movie, and fun fact, when Disney Plus launched, like November 12th, however many years ago that was now, 3? 4? 2? I don't know. However many years ago that was now, the first movie we watched on Disney Plus was Double Teamed because, you know, I own a lot of, like, the normal, like, classic Disney movies, but this was the first time we were all gonna get access to Disney Channel original movies that we just, like, hadn't seen in forever, and we went straight for Double Teamed instead of Smart House or, you know, 13th Year or something. We were like, Double Teamed, let's go! And this movie 100% holds up. I never knew it took place in the 80s. I think when I was young, I just thought, like, they all had interesting fashion. Like, I didn't care about fashion when I was little. I don't really care about fashion now, if you couldn't tell. But I had no, like, concept of what was fashionable, so I just thought they were dressing normal. Like, but it took place in the 80s, so they're dressed for the 80s. But this movie holds up. The dad, the worst. He is so awful in this movie, just how much pressure he puts on his girls, how much pressure he puts on Heather to, like, be the best at whatever sport, and how much pressure he puts on Heidi to be like Heather. Disgusting. Can't. And I love that Mary, the mom, is constantly like, why are you doing this? What is going on? And, like, to the point that he moves them to a different school. Like, I understand that it's all, like, good-spirited or whatever, but, like, freaking yuck, dude. Like, it's not good. And he finally comes around, but he doesn't come around until his daughter hurts herself and apologizes for getting hurt. Like, ooh, okay, anyway. So Nikki becoming their friend is like one of my favorite storylines in this movie. I know it's like very kind of abrupt-ish, but the fact that it like she's so Teal Redmann has always been so good at being just so nasty. But when, you know, Heather and Heidi have that moment where they're like, no, okay, like come spend Christmas with us because your dad's not here, like, and then that like they become friends after that and they just start working better as a team. Just so good, so good. I love it so much. Then the story between Heather and Heidi, where Heidi, you know, is sick of living in Heather's shadow in everyone's eyes, including her dad's, and just wants to be able to do her own thing, and then being forced to do basketball. But then, you know, obviously she ends up being very good at it. In this movie, it's it's kind of like suggested that she's better at basketball than Heather is, which I don't know the stats. I have no idea if one of them is better than the other. But that story is very good because they obviously like are still twin sisters and still besties, so like that's complicated. And then obviously like them being like falling in love with basketball and going to be on like go on to being pro basketball players is amazing. But obviously the story that's like at the root and heart of it is like them finding their love for basketball and independence, and their dad learning like they can love what they want to love and you just need to be supportive, which is great. Couple things. Palos Verdes, dude. When I was young, I had no idea what Palos Verdes was. Not a clue. I have since worked 3 days a week in Palos Verdes when I lived in California. And Palos Verdes is like when they're like Nikki's house. That's pretty much a lot of the houses in Palos Verdes. It is like either the apartment that Heather and Heidi live in with their parents, or a house like Nikki's. Like that. Palos Verdes is money. Them getting pointers from the guy they all have a crush on irked me this time around, because I was like, they go on to be pro athletes, and they're kind of like I know they're not, because they're obviously very talented at basketball, but they were almost suggesting that like they got so much better at basketball because like a boy their age that they liked who played basketball gave them a bunch of pointers, and I was like, no, get out of here with this. But at the end of the day, he did just like tell them they need to act more like a team instead of giving them like specific pointers about their game. So like, I'll let it pass or whatever. And he was very nice man, very nice boy, whatever. And then of course, the moment that crushes everybody, Heather hurting her ankle. Okay, ooh, is that emotional? First of all, Poppi Monroe, her performance in this entire movie is so incredible. But obviously her performance when she's like sobbing, saying I'm sorry to her dad for getting hurt, and also sobbing because she's hurt. Like the fact, like it crushes my soul. The fact that her first thing when she hurts herself is dad's gonna be so mad. Oh! Ah! It's so heartbreaking. And I cried twice. I cried when the mom had a conversation with Heather after she hurt her ankle and was like, play basketball because you love it, not because you want to make dad happy or anyone else happy. And I was like, ooh, so good. Such a good message. So important for kids to hear. So that got me super emotional. And then, of course, at the end, when she gave her sister the winning shot, tears. Her playing on her ankle? No. The coach letting her play on her ankle? Absolutely not. I couldn't deal with that. But her doing her little sister's, you know, shuffle, adorable. Love that. But no, when she, like, instead of taking the shot, she finds a way to move to give Heidi the ball to make the shot. So good, so good, so good. So good. Anyway, I really like this. It has some problems. Like, you know, I mean, it... like the wide shots of the game where they're like, you see like the whole thing going on. Definitely not them. Definitely not the actors. It is so blatantly obvious that it's just like some actual basketball players that have blonde hair or brown hair or whatever. Like it's just so blatantly not them. But that's okay. You know, I didn't notice when we watched a couple years ago, me and Mariah. I only noticed this time. So it's taken me quite a long time to notice that. So, you know, good job on them. But otherwise, that's everything I have for Double Teamed. So good. My final rating is 7 basketballs. Come on, out of 10. Our total movie count is Parent Death Toll. Oh, our cry count is. Parent Death Toll is still the same. If you want to keep up with what movie I'm watching when, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. You'll find out what movie I'm watching when. I put up videos every Monday, Friday, and sometimes Wednesday. Join Patreon. Daily trivia, monthly podcast, weekly random facts. All the good stuff going on over there. So go check it out. Until next time, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'm not in charge of your life. You are, so you do, and don't. Oh, buy merch, by the way. I'm a mess today. I'm not in charge of your life. You are, so you do, and don't be... I would say don't be Nikki about it. But she learns her lesson. So, I'd also say don't be the dad about it, but he also learns his lesson. So, you know, as I always say, learn your lesson. Constantly try to learn and grow, okay? You can always improve as a person. Also, I had a cat scratch me yesterday, and you can just barely see it, but it went like really big angle like that. It never touched my eye, but it makes me feel like scar.